again, I'm back, because I don't really have anything better to do right now. And this time I'm doing another zombie movie, a very popular movie, I might add. Gorosaurus 101 actually recommended this movie, so when I saw it, I thought I may as well pick it up. So, this is The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, also known as Don't Go in the Window or Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. I think it was named something different in every country it was released in, but be that as it may, it's still a fantastic film. I enjoyed this film to its full extent. There were some gory bits to it. There was one very gory bit to it, but you know, it's nothing I haven't really seen before. I don't feel that a zombie movie really needs to be gory to be good. That's why those old black and white zombie movies are still pretty entertaining. I haven't seen any of them in a while, but I did remember seeing one and enjoying it. So, yeah, that sort of movie's pretty good. It doesn't matter to me whether there's gore or not. But yeah, this film was very entertaining. It's about I'm just going to read this off the back of the box. Two traveling companions, George and Edna, come across a small town infested with the living dead that are satisfying their cannibalistic hunger on anyone they come to cross. Discovering that an agricultural machine using radiation waves as the root of all the havoc, George and Edna fight for survival and their innocence as they are pursued by a relentless detective who is convinced they are responsible for the ghoulish acts of violence plaguing the countryside. So, again, I enjoyed this film. It was very good. The one part I didn't like, but I guess it was necessary to the plot. I am completely 100% against recreational drugs. And there was one scene in here where this woman is preparing heroin to inject in her arm, obviously. And that was the one thing I didn't like about this movie. I don't like anything to do with drugs. It's sort of like a phobia for me. So yeah, if it's like anything like really bad, like crystal meth or crack or cocaine or any of that stuff, I'm against it. If it's like pot, I don't really have a problem with it. I don't intend on doing it though. If it's salvia, you know, that stuff that's not technically a drug but it's hallucinogenic, I don't plan on doing any of that stuff. So yeah, I didn't really like that one part of the movie. If you're against drugs like I am, then you may want to avoid this just because of that one scene. But you know, it's not a big deal. So yeah, there's some very nice bits in here. It's sort of it's a Spanish film, and it's shot in Britain. It's very well shot, I have to say. You've got a lot of good stuff in here that you don't get in some zombie movies. It is one of the best zombie movies I've seen in a long time. I also enjoyed the release of this film. It's a Blue Underground release, and their stuff's always, you know, top-notch. It's the best stuff you can get. And this is a 2-disc special edition. You got your film with the movie, obviously, and then you got all your special features with all of these awesome. There's like so much awesome stuff. You got your trailers. You got your interviews with some of the cast, the crew, the director, and they're all very long, they're all very extensive, they're all very well done. They obviously put a great deal of work into this. Even the menus look awesome. Like, everything about this release is just top-notch. Blue Underground obviously really cares about the films they release, and they want them to look as good as they possibly can. And I respect that. I respect that tremendously. That just goes to show with that release of... It was the Blind Dead collection, which I want to get at some point. It's been discontinued now, but it's in the shape of a coffin. The box is in the shape of a coffin. It's got this whole other disc with all, like, in a booklet of all these crazy, like, all this really extensively researched things, like, little bits of info about the whole, like, process of making the movie and all of the other stuff you could possibly ask for. It was really good. I really just enjoy all of their, like, everything about the release was just top-notch. So, for the sake of the fact that it's an awesome movie, it's a classically done Spanish film, and for the sake of the awesome release, and for the sake of supporting Blue Underground, pick up this movie. I beg of you all. It will change your perspective on the modern zombie film. It will just make you realize how terrible a lot of the movies coming out are, because movies like this do not come along often at all. And if you want something really good to see, Pick Up the Living Dead at Manchester Morgue.